Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Bedell at mystampingspot.com. I apologize for being late. My whole life is late. I couldn't find the dies I was looking for, the idea I had. Of course, naturally, that's the way it goes, right? And now I'm having trouble finding all the other things I want. So we're just going to chat for a minute while some people tune in and I get some tools for us to play with. So how are you all today? I'm grabbing some various ink pads and gosh, I don't seem to have the ink pads I want. So we are going to pull some ink refills like this. Okay. So I just want to give everybody the heads up. I don't know. Hey Karen, how are you? I'm not really sure what Facebook is doing. But they are my business page, My Stamping Spot, and my personal page, Kathy Toomey Bedell, used to be merged, and I could flip from one to the other very easily. They're in the process of separating them and making them very, hey Linda, very different accounts. And somehow in the process, they seem to be misplacing videos. I don't know. So tomorrow's Funfold Friday, I am going to remake the other day's 10-Minute Tuesday. Going to pick different stamps. So if you saw the 10-Minute Tuesday with the tile effect, but I had a few people who said, oh, I started to watch you, or I caught a minute of you, but now I can't find it. And lo and behold, it is missing. And I am missing a couple other videos. So if you're looking for something particular, head over to YouTube. Sadly, the 10-Minute Tuesday did not get to YouTube. So I will redo tomorrow the tile effect. Okay, today I kind of thought I would use, these are called, what are they called? These are called the mini pocket envelope dies. So you get this big die. This makes a pocket. It's great for a little gift card, maybe a little cash, maybe, piece of candy or two. It's got all these great shapes, these leaves. I haven't played with this yet, but I think if you take this and this, it probably folds in and makes a bow. I will try that another day. We're not going to play with that now. But I did cut some various shapes for tags for the pocket that we are going to make. Oh, are other demos complaining about it too, Karen? Yeah, I guess, it's free. Hey, Pam, I guess it's free. I can't really complain too much. But that being said, I do know it's frustrating. So, all right, so I have the mini pocket dies. I cut two out in case I made a mistake with one. And I cut them going in opposite directions. So I'm going to put those aside. I cut out some shapes. I have some scrap white. And what I am using is, I love this paper. I know I've shown it before. It's the Gingham Cottage paper. And it's all different colors. And it's a lot of buffalo checks. Kind of mini buffalo checks. I know some people call it gingham. I kind of think of this more as a buffalo. This is great for Halloween. That does make a bow, and there's another piece. Just saw a gal show us the bow yesterday. Well, how about that, Karen? So I guess my guess was good. Thank you for that information. So there's a whole bunch of different colors and textures, and it's great paper. If you haven't seen it, it is in the holiday catalog. I'm choosing the yellow because it's Thankful Thursday, and I'm hoping to do you such a blessing. If not, we'll find something else, but we'll see. All right, I brought over white paper. I'm not really sure why I brought over white paper. I think it's a habit. Let's start by putting this together first, just so that I don't know, can you see all the score lines? Hopefully you can see all the score lines. I'm going to try to put this together first. I think I like the big buffalo check on the outside. I don't know. What do you like? Which do you like better? Big buffalo or small? Hey, KB, how are you? Maybe I'll make one of each. So all we're going to do is fold on the score lines. Use some big check, Karen says. You like the big check on the... Oh, we got 2 big checks. All right, we're going to make this big check. If I mess up, it'll be small check. All I'm going to do, where's my silicone mat, is just add some glue. Now, you could use some Seal Plus. Whoa! I wasn't smart enough to bring one over. So I am going to simply just use my Tombow liquid glue and let it set while we are... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this so it's not quite so globby. That is my blending glue brush. I need a name for that. So these are simple to go together. Hey, Sue, how are you? Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So now that we have that together, I just knocked a block overboard. But that's all right. I don't think I need it. I think I have others. We're going to stamp this image to... Oh, gee, that might be a little big. Let's see what this image looks like. I think I'm going to go with the pumpkin, my first choice. I love pumpkins, and I just think I will love the orange against the yellow. I need a... What am I using? I need a StazOn ink pad. We are going to use blender pens tonight. So that's why I'm choosing to use a StazOn. Now, I got like glue on my fingers, so I'm going to stick to everything here. I'm just going to put this up here like this. There we go. Cover this up so I don't ruin something. I have to reach for a cloth because my fingers are so sticky. Okay. Have you used a blender pen? Are you familiar with it? We are going to burp the ink pad. Stamp a leaf. Oh, maybe just one leaf? Let's see how this pumpkin comes out, and then we'll go from there. Maybe we do a Cajun craze. You know, all my ink pads are in buckets. All my good colors are in buckets. So my green, I'm going to do a rich raspberry. We'll do a rich raspberry leaf, Karen. And you know what? I actually think I'm gonna... You guys remember this? I'm sure you remember this. This is my crushed curry. This is rich raspberry, which would not be my first choice, but like I said, my buckets are set up for classes. So this is called Kissing. I'm going to take the stamp and roll it around the outside of the ink pad. I'm not going to have the center of the stamp touch the ink pad. The other way you could do this is to just touch on the edges of your ink pad. I don't know, am I showing this well enough so you can see it? Or the other way you could do it is get a little sponge dauber and daub on a little ink. We'll put that one there. So that's a little multicolored. So this was cherry cobbler. I think I would have liked Cajun craze better. And this was rich raspberry, but I'm going with what I have in front of me. Blender pens. These were so popular when I first started, and yeah, I'm not going to lie, I don't see them being used much anymore, so I'm bringing them back. This has a liquid inside that kind of almost treats this as a watercolor. So, actually, I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to first use yellow. And even though I don't have to, I did just put... Well, I'll show you how to clean this. You just clean it by rubbing the ink off. And even if the tip is stained, as long as it's rubbing clear, it's good to use on another color. So first, I have Daffodil Delight. And I am going to come in and do some of the lighter areas in Daffodil Delight for shading. Like this. I need to put my little envelope aside. It's a very big pumpkin for that little envelope, but I'm going with it. Just the way I'm feeling today. So I'm not worried about coloring everything. It's mostly in the middle where I want to be able to highlight. I'm cleaning my blender pen. Now I'm going to pick up some orange. And I'm going to come in and add plenty of orange. Now, if you're having trouble getting enough ink when you squeeze the pads, you can, where's my pumpkin pie? You can take a drop of refill. Just want to make sure. Hey, Zenda, how are ya? You can take a drop of ink refill and put it in the top if you want. Just make sure you spread it good so you don't get it all clumpy. And I'm going to pull some off so it's not so dark. Gosh, I was doubting if I was using pumpkin pie. So the darkest part I'm going to put up here at the top, pull it down, and at the bottom and pull it up like this. Kind of like coloring. Coloring/painting. I'm going to add a little more orange. I'm going to fill in a little darker here. Like this. And see how I'm just kind of blending it into the yellow? When something is round, what hits the closest point to you will be the lightest. What's furthest away from you will be the darkest. So that's how you want to come in and fill in. You want to think that this part of the pumpkin is the closest to you. Like this. There we go. How's it looking on camera? It's looking kind of done in person. Maybe I'll just bring this in just a little bit more. Now this set, Hello Harvest, is perfect for fall. I love it. There we go. Now I'm just going to clean my blender pen, like so. And I'm going to close these ink pads until I decide what color I'm going to stamp a greeting in. And now I am just going to pull a pair of scissors and snip away. Oh! My stem. I'm going to do them in green. You could do them in brown too. So this is my old olive. My old olive stink pads. My old olive stamp pads are over on the wall. The buckets are all ready for my classes next week. So rather than walk all the way over there, I just grab this. And all I'm doing is putting a dot on a block, because a block is easy to color. Just make sure my pen is, and just spread it. A little bit of ink goes a very long way. And again, I'm going to start darker at the bottom and work my way up to be a little lighter. Boy, that is really dark when you use the ink drop. The ink refills are great. There we go. Now I'm just going to color this till it's clean. My suggestion is don't use quite as much color as I did. And we're just going to keep going till it's clean. Love the blender pens. Okay, even though my tip is stained, you can see I am still coming clear. So now I'm just going to chop off this pumpkin and these little leaves. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit of color to these leaves, and I'm going to do it with this green. Just to darken them up a little bit so that they're not quite so pastel-y against that pumpkin. I don't want a lot of color. Kind of just going over the veins and just darkening them a little bit so they're a little muddier looking almost. I'm going to set this aside, and we're just going to hand trim. Like this, it'll be quick. So these little pockets are great. Like I said, you could put a gift card in there. Like that. You could put, maybe your paper boy. You want to give him a few dollars as a tip. You go to a hotel and you want to leave a little something for the room keepers. Everybody loves to get something in a cute little packaging. It really makes the difference. I mean, a tip is wonderful and very appreciated, but when you do it up just a little bit nicer, boy, you should see the look on people's faces when you hand them something in a little envelope. Obviously, candy always goes in those envelopes. Let's see, what else? What else? Perhaps tea bags if you're a tea drinker, depending on what size tea bags. Suckers for Halloween, yes, little lollipops or, yeah, all kinds of things. And I'm telling you, especially with the world the way it is today, when you give something that has a little handmade touch to it, it really puts a smile on people's faces. So this set, I wasn't smart enough to grab the dies to show you. But I am going to pull the catalog out so you can see them. The dies have the cutest little squiggly green stem, if you know what I'm talking about. They're in the holiday, this set's in the holiday catalog. And the dies have, what is this? Hello Harvest. Did you know these stamp sets are alphabetical? They are, in case you were wondering. Makes it very awesome. So the dies have these cute little, hopefully you can see it, little like squiggles. That would be like leaves or stems coming off. And had I really thought about this project before I went on, I would have brought the dies over in some green paper and maybe cut a few. But that's okay. We're going to make it work the way it is. Very quiet. Very, very quiet. Must be me concentrating. It's late at night. I'm tired. My mouth doesn't work as good this time of night. My husband would say, yes, it does, but... Okay. Reach in for some dimensionals. And I have some little jewels. Okay. I'm going to take my business card out of there. You could fold this down if you wanted. And you could, for instance, I'm looking for some pretty ribbon here. Let's see. If you wanted to. I don't like starting these. Do you guys have trouble starting these? Sherry, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Mary, good to see you tonight. Do you guys have trouble starting these too, or is it just me? Let's see, I'm putting that one down. Now I'm going for white. So you could fold these down and just wrap a couple times and tie a little bow up here. I'm going to do it just for ha-ha's sake. But you also could leave them open and have something coming out of it. I'm going to pretend like it's full. And just put a little closure on it. Especially if it had cash in it or a gift card, it'd be good to close it down. I'm trying to think. I wonder if a full-size gift card would fit in this. They're about the size of a license, aren't they? Gift cards, I think. I think you'd have to leave it open if you wanted to put a gift card in it. So if you put a treat in it, you could close it like this. But I think if you want to put a gift card in it, you would have to leave it open. So I'm just going to tie a little bow up here. And I'm going to leave my little pieces long to decide what they are going to look like after I put my pumpkin on. So I think I am just going to kind of build these leaves onto this pumpkin, put the pumpkin on like this. I always like to have the pumpkin sitting in leaves. I don't know why. Kind of like that. Maybe I should put a little flower down the bottom. Maybe just a brad down the bottom. Some sort, some little bling. Pop that on there. Gosh, I don't even know if I'm going to put a greeting on it. I was going to put a greeting on it. I got all these little tags to tuck a greeting in there. But I don't even know. I think I like it just the way it is. How do I store my cardstock? Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm going to move the camera. I'll move it slow so that you don't get sick. So this is my desk. There's my punches. And I actually just reorganized my desk. My ribbons I keep up on a shelf. That's my TV. And I keep my inks on the other side of my desk. This is a ring light that I frequently put on. But then I'm going to go slow so you don't get sick. If we come over here, these are my big windows. I'm going to turn the camera down, okay? This is my little printing center where, whoops. Oh, it says I can't turn my phone. So this is how I keep all my 12 by 12 cardstock. Sue. These are from Stamp & Storage. And as you can see, this is my postal scale and labels over here and my regular printer. And so these are my big 12 by 12 cubes. And then over here, I have all my 8.5 by 11 cubes. And these buckets here are all 6 by 6 DSPs. I keep them stacked up in there like that. So you can see. So that's my cardstock. So I get these units from Stamp & Storage. I know some people get units, and my inks and punches all come from Stamp & Storage. I know, like I keep my spools of thread up here in these little jars. I know some people, I'm going to tip you down, some people, they get, I think, not Target. Yeah, I do have lots of punches. 10 years I've been doing this. Some people get them from, gosh, what is the name of it? It's not Target, but it's a big store, kind of like a Target. I'm pretty sure they're nationwide. And they sell some. So I think, I love Stamp & Storage. I hate to plug them for free, but I'm going to plug them for free. I think they're awesome. So that's how I store my papers. So I am just putting on some of the, not Walmart. It's going to drive me crazy because it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to get into bed tonight. It's going to pop into my head. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to put it on my blog and forget the name of it again. She said, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if they're strictly a New England company. But they don't have a lot of stores. But yes, so I store my paper according to the colors in the catalog. I know some people do rainbow. I do it according to the colors in the catalog so I can look at my catalog real quick and know what I need to order. So as I go down the block, it's matched up with the way the catalog stores the colors. So I love that. And I also love that Stampin' Up! Just coordinates so great. Everything. All right. that is my Thankful Thursday. Kind of simple. That went together quick. I mean, we've been sitting here chatting a lot, but it went together pretty quick, and I love it. And like I said, it's a nice way. No, not Hobby Lobby either, but although I do think Hobby Lobby does have some. I think Martha Stewart might have a line of these kind of wooden cabinets. It'll come to me. When it comes to me, I'll post it on Facebook. And I know that one is in Stoughton, Mass. But of course, I can't think of the name of it right now. So, how do I store my stamp sets and dies? Well, I'll show you that. If you want to hang on, don't get dizzy. I will show you that. I'm going to walk slowly. So, we're going past my desk. This is my catalog, so when my stampers are here. And then that bag down there is customer orders. And this is how, this side is the mini catalog stamps. And the dies are up here in a basket. And then I have all my die cutting machines. And I apologize. My room is a mess. My dog moans. That's my little catalog. So in this cabinet is a lot of shipping materials. Oh, I keep rotating the phone and I'm not supposed to do that. In this cabinet is a lot of shipping supplies. I have Stamparatus in this other cabinet over here. And in here are embellishments and more packaging supplies and adhesives. And then over here on this wall is where I store all my annual catalog stamp sets. And the dies are up above it. Years ago, I used to, let me see if I can find one here. See if I get lucky and hit one. Well, of course I didn't. Years ago, I used to put a little, coming over here, this is my window with my cards all set up for my class this week. But I used to put these little magnets, don't mind the gnome classes all laid out, these little magnet sheets that I buy off Amazon, and I used to put the stamps and dies together in one case. But as I have grown and done more online classes, I find that I use the dies much more than I ever used to, so I don't store them in the case anymore because so many dies have awesome, just generic shapes. Yeah, we have lots and lots of gnomes going out. So these are pretty inexpensive. They're from a company called Marietta, and they are on Amazon. I can actually post a link for you guys. They're super thin, so they're not heavy, but they're thick enough to hold a whole set of dies. So that is how I do that. Now we're going to go back over to my messy desk, and we'll wrap this up, I guess, because I still haven't eaten dinner, believe it or not. I'm going to put you down. There's my kids as babies. Not babies anymore. Okay. Going to clip you in to say goodbye. Thanks for joining me. If you give this a try, post it on Facebook. And like I said, tomorrow, instead of a fun fold, I am going to redo the tile technique from Tuesday so that people that couldn't find it. IKEA! Karen! IKEA! That's the store. IKEA. Not only does IKEA, thank you, Karen. Look at all those hearts you're getting, Karen. Thank you. Not only does the IKEA store sell the boxes, but they also sell hollow boxes, and then you can buy some of the divided pieces from Stamp and Storage to put in the IKEA boxes. So thank you, Karen, for that. You're going to allow me to get a good night's sleep tonight. All right. Well, listen, I will see you all tomorrow. Let's do early. What is tomorrow? Is tomorrow Thursday? No, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, so let's do earlier. How about we do, let's see. How about we do, I have to go to the post office. How about we do 12 o'clock Eastern time? I will see you then for Fun Fold Friday. Only really it'll be a technique, not a fun fold. All right? Thanks for your input, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for commenting, liking, sharing, all of that. You have no idea what that means for me and how much that helps me. Very grateful to all you guys. Hope you have an awesome night. Bye.